guys, it's me bringing you my very first gameplay video of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. This is from EB Expo, which I attended over the weekend. For you guys who don't know what that is, it's Australia's biggest gaming expo run by a store over here called EB Games. Anyway, this wasn't actually the first time I got to play this. I was lucky enough to be picked to go over to Gamescom in Germany last month with Xbox Australia, and I did get to play this game for about an hour and a half over there, and I absolutely loved it the first time I played it. I did actually get to record some stuff over there, but there were some issues with the language and the laptop that I used to record, and I ended up coming back with a whole lot of Destiny footage, which was very disappointing. But I do have some gameplay for you guys now. You guys have probably seen this map before. It's Defender, and with the game mode uplink. A lot of people on YouTube have already done some videos like this, but this is probably one of the better games that I had captured. I ended up getting about 40 kills and 5 uplink. So in this video, I'm going to be running through my very first impressions of when I first played it over at Gamescom, my thoughts on the new game mode that I'm playing right now, and some other things that I'm really loving about the game. There's literally a million things that I probably could go through or talk about the game, but I'll try and keep it to 10 minutes. And I'll also be doing a full video after this video with all the custom class, including like the operator customization, supply chops, and all the guns and exo abilities and exo launchers. I'll be doing that in a separate video because it would just get too long. Anyway, so as I said, this game mode is uplink, which requires each team to collect and deliver the drone to the respective uplink zone of the map, if that kind of makes sense. The zones are located in the enemy spawn, which really adds to the complexity of the game. When I first played the game mode over at Gamescom, I actually had no idea what was going on, and from experience at EB Expo, a lot of people struggle with the game mode, but there's actually a part near the end of this game where I actually try and uplink it to the wrong zone, which is super embarrassing, and I was being retarded, so excuse that part. But I think it would take everyone a lot of getting used to, but once you actually get it, it's actually a very, very fun game mode, and I really love the addition of it. It's very similar in the way that Capture the Flag works, in respect to that it requires a lot of teamwork, even more so than Capture the Flag. The reason is because whoever picks up that drone actually doesn't have a gun in their hands. They can't actually shoot unless they drop it or whatever. So it requires a lot of teamwork to get to that drone, to the actual zone, without that person getting shot. So in this game, my teammates actually don't really play the objective, and you can see that I'm kind of doing it by myself, so it makes it a lot harder if you don't have that teamwork. One thing that is really cool about the drone though is that you can chuck it, so if an enemy is shooting you and you're obviously holding the drone, you can't shoot back. If they are close enough, you can chuck it at them, which removes their gun, allowing you to actually shoot them while they're holding it, which actually happened to me in another game which I wasn't recording, and I was like, wow. I kind of got owned. So that's really cool, and I think how that's going to work in competitive is going to be so fun to watch, so I'm really looking forward to that. Another big addition to movement in Advanced Warfare is the double jump, which when I first learned about it, I actually hated it. I wasn't excited. I was like, it's just going to be like Titanfall. It's just going to be like Halo. And I don't like either of those. So I really wasn't excited about the jumping aspect. But when I actually got into the game and experienced the mechanics of it, and I seriously loved it. It's not an excessively high jump, if that makes sense. Like in Destiny, how you jump like super high and it's like you like feel like you're in a million like miles in the air. It's like just the perfect amount. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's just the right amount for the levels that they've set in the maps. So what makes it even better is the boost jump. So while you're in the air or on the ground, you can boost left or right, sideways, or whatever way you want to go, and it really allows for such a fast-paced gameplay, which is something I've always loved, and I know a lot of you guys out there do too. So I actually really do love the jumping aspect of it. It makes it so much fun, and you can see in this map as well, you can see it's really designed so well around the zones where you really do need to use those abilities to kind of uplink to actually get the drone into the zone. And I think Sledgehammer's done a really good job in designing the maps to suit the addition of the jumping. They're all really the perfect levels, and I think it's not too excessive with all the jumping that you have to jump everywhere to get anywhere, but it's just the right amount, and I think they've just done so well in that. I don't know how I didn't see that guy there. I think he blended in with the wall really well, or I was just being blind, but like, who sits there? Anyway, back to what I was saying. I think one of the many things Ghost did badly was how easy it was to play. I can't really say I was amazing at the game, but it just really was so easy for a random player to jump on and drop heaps of kills and do really well, which really annoyed me. Didn't really require much aim, and we pretty much killed someone in like 3 bullets. It's just really owed to how much rage I had for that game. If you like the game, that's fine. I just really wasn't a fan of it. But this game's going to be so much different in the way that it's going to be so much harder for people to pick up. The ability to double jump will really widen the skill gap between Call of Duty players. I think people who've been playing this for a long time are really going to excel, as the combination of jumping and shooting will require a lot more skill. Things like having good map awareness and positioning, and also ability to recognize spawns will play a huge role in success of the game. But the most important thing is probably aim, which gets me onto my next point, which is the guns in the game. I played with most of the guns that were available pre-release, which is only 3 assault rifles and 3 subbies. I think there was 1 shotgun and a couple of snipers. I didn't really look at that too much, as probably subbies and my assault rifle are probably my main focus. But something I noticed with all of them was how much recoil they had, which I think will require a player to kind of look at that and also do a lot of tweaking with attachments on their guns. There is actually a whopping 350 guns that are coming out in the game, which is absolutely insane. So I'm not sure what the other ones are going to be like, but what I do know is it's going to take a long time to go through them all to see what's good. One standout gun out of the 6, which I was using, was the HBR A3, which is an assault rifle. I've been using this in most of the games I had at EB Expo, and the same one while I was at Gamescom. I used that gun and I found that quite effective in most of the games, and I really hated most of the other guns. A lot of people at EB Games were using suppressors on their guns, which I absolutely despise, but yeah, that seems to be a favourite with a lot of the people that I was playing. And I will be going through all the guns and attachments, etc. in my next video. As for the maps in the game, I've only played 4. This one, which is Defender, there's Riot, Ascend, and Biolab. I think I've seen some other YouTubers that played another map called Retreat, which reminds me of Raid from Black Ops 2. But I'm not a huge fan of Ascend. The map seems super confusing. I've played Capture the Flag on that, I think a couple of times. I do have a gameplay which I might upload of it later, but I just really wasn't a fan of the layout of the map. I think I played it about 5 times and I still have no idea how to get around, and it was really super confusing, but obviously that comes with time, but definitely wasn't a standout for me. Riot wasn't too bad, and Biolab, I wasn't a huge fan of that either, but I guess we'll see what all the other maps are like when the game is released. As for the other features of the game, I'm still not sure if League Play will make a return, which really shaped up to be one of the best assets of Black Ops 2, so I'm definitely hoping that's going to be in there. So yeah, that's my final general impressions of when I first played it. I think a big thing to kind of note with myself anyway is last year I was at EB Expo and Ghost was there, and I think I had 1 game of it and I had no ambitions to go back and play it didn't go back for the rest of the weekend to go and play it. Whereas this one, I played it on the Thursday night. I played about 6 games on Friday. I played about I think I had the same amount on each of the other days. So it really kind of tells how good a game's going to be and how much I'm going to enjoy it. Just on that really, but my overall impression is so positive about the game, and I'm so excited for its release. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be streaming it religiously the night it comes out. I do have some exams, which is kind of annoying. I think about a week after, so that's annoying, but it's going to be a really good year for CoD, and I think especially in competitive as well, and I think Sledgehammer has really looked after the competitive scene with what they've done, introducing the new game modes, and I guess we'll see how things go with what game mode's going to be in the competitive rotation, and also what guns are going to be kind of allowed and what kind of streaks and everything are going to be used. But I'm just so excited for the year to come, and I hope you guys are too. But that's pretty much it for the video. Make sure to give it a like if you enjoyed it, and also if you are new to my channel, I'm not a very regular uploader on YouTube, as my main focus is my streaming channel on Twitch TV. This is the bit that I was talking about earlier. I don't know why I thought that was where I was meant to be going, but I think it's just because the drone was there. Shush. Anyway, I'll have a link to my Twitch channel in the description, so if you want to check that out. I will of course be streaming this game the night it's released, so make sure to follow me on that channel for updates. But that's it for me. Thanks again, guys. I'll see you in my next video.
That was pathetic. Enjoy the unemployment line, grunts.